is, guys? It's your boy Blastphamoushd. If you guys want to watch the original video, the link's in the description down below. If there's one thing you guys have been asking me for the longest time, is for me to do a 24-hour challenge. Somewhere abandoned or anything. I tell y'all what, if y'all donate to my Patreon, link in the description down below, I'll do a 24-hour challenge myself. Half of me is like, yeah, support my Patreon. But the other half of me is like, please don't send the money, because then I will have to do it. If you guys want to watch the original video, the link's in the description down below. It is by Chills. Make sure to go check this video out on their channel, as we have chopped a bunch of parts out. Lego.
Experiments Kevin and his friends could have done to summon any spirits. Number 3. The Bucket List Boys are an adventurous group of friends who are excited about taking the 24-hour challenge in an old haunted hospital. Most of the video is relatively normal.
Haunted hospital. Bruh, that is literally the worst place to go.
Until night falls and the atmosphere suddenly changes from playful to serious.
Justin, I know that was you. Dude, what are you talking about? Right here.
Wait.
Shut up.
That wasn't you?
No, that was you. Stop playing it.
They quickly grow more and more nervous from mysterious sounds, until eventually they just want to leave. They're trying to figure out a way when something that's just way out of place pedals across their path.
Which way is this?
No.
Did you hear that?
What?
What the fuck? No.
A small right.
Fucking shh. Alright, well, let's hurry up and get done with this video and never watch it again, because this is scaring the shite out of me.
They're trying to figure out a way when something that's just way out of place pedals across their path.
Which way is this?
No.
Did you hear that?
What?
What the fuck? No.
A small right tricycle rides by and sends the Bucket List Boys running in the opposite direction at full speed. They're in such a hurry to escape whatever's behind them that one of them almost falls down a dark hole with no visible bottom. They barely make it out in time and never look back. Hopefully this was just a prank and nothing really followed them outside. Number 2.
I'm starting to regret putting up the Patreon.
Derek Deso Daily finds himself in a darkened cemetery on a 24-hour challenge with some friends. There's only some basic snacks and a small flashlight to split between the three of them, but they feel confident nothing serious will happen. Derek barely gets into the cemetery, and already he hears strange sounds that I don't think can easily be faked.
I know that I don't see anything past this road. Oh, what's that sound? Hey man, there's somebody walking right there, bro. Where?
Derek claims to see someone off in the distance, though I personally don't see anything. Still, he turns off his flashlight and quietly walks away to avoid detection. Other than that, nothing else happens until around 3 a.m., at which point the strange sounds return, even louder this time.
Yeah, we have a Ouija board and we have a...
They start playing with the homemade Ouija board and think they see something move in the trees. Then they think they hear footsteps. It's hard to say if they are just being paranoid or really experiencing something paranormal, since nothing special is caught on camera. Later though, when they begin chanting a spell to speak with any nearby spirits, I can definitely hear what they are talking about. Eventually, one of them gets separated from the group and is covered in red when he returns. He claims to have fallen, but something about his story sounds off.
John, what happened? Something fell.
Something falling on its own seems quite unlikely, making the claim of paranormal activity even more plausible. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, exploring the same Japanese forest that Logan Paul visited for his controversial video not too long ago. In case you didn't know, this forest is an infamous place where people in Japan go to end their lives. They wander around for a while and come across a path that's been blocked off by the biggest spider web any of them has ever seen. They quickly conclude that the path probably has been abandoned for some time and decide to explore it. As they go deeper,
God, Jesus, that sounds like literally the worst thing you could do in that situation. That's not a good decision. It's just not.
Down the path, all of their equipment starts to malfunction at the same time for no apparent reason.
Look at mine. You can't even see.
Sorry, I'm having trouble with the connection. Please try again in a moment.
I did not even, it was in my pocket.
Yeah, I know, that freaked me out. That was scary. Yo. Mine just went out too.
Some of their flashlights are suddenly broken, and the ones that are still working don't shine as brightly as before. Eventually, their equipment starts working well enough for them to move again, and that's when they make a harrowing find.
Right there, right there, right there, right there. Sitting right there with his head just like leaned over.
It's 4 in the morning when they see what could be someone in the distance. Apparently, they can see it much better in person than on camera. Their flashlights are too weak to properly light up the distance, and they are too afraid to move any closer. I'm not sure if this really was someone or just their own paranoia, but I did notice how the farther they move away from the scene, the stronger their flashlights become. Their reactions did seem very genuine in regards to the situation, and they made the proper decision of figuring out the proper authorities to call.
Hell no! Oh, I gotta go see that video, bro. Okay, so look, if you guys want to watch the original video, the link is in the description down below. It's by Chills. Make sure to click it, go subscribe to him, check out his vids. It's your boy Blastphamoushd. Twisms!